Let's get into some unfortunate news. We had talked about how well he was doing when he came to the University of Florida over the last couple of months, but Tulane transfer running back Cam Carroll was injured last week in a lower body injury, and it seems like he's going to be out for the season. So, Nick, why don't you give us a little bit of a Cam Carroll update?
Yeah, just he was having a great spring camp, great fall camp, and a great second scrimmage. Had already ripped off a big run, 50-plus yard run, and then just an unfortunate injury. He'll be done. He'll need surgery. He'll be done for the year. He can come back with a medical hardship. I think he redshirted in 2018. 2020 doesn't count, and then he redshirted, had another redshirt last year, but he'll have to apply for a medical hardship. But certainly would think that he would get that. So just a tough blow, and then that room can handle it. You know, you've got Trayon Webb, who's going to have to play more now, but it sucks to see a kid who's like 23 years old and he's going into his 6th year of college, bet on himself to come to a bigger school, bigger program like Florida in a loaded room and had carved out a spot and was going to get carries. So just tough to see him go down, 2 weeks before the season.
Yeah, just super unfortunate. He was having a great camp. Everything we was hearing as far as him being running back 3, we were starting to talk about maybe he gets the same amount of reps as maybe running back 2, or how you intertwine them, because he was probably one of the better running backs for catching the ball out of the backfield. So it's a blow, but I don't think it's a big blow. We can survive this one with no problem. It's one of our best rooms on campus. So health wishes to Cam Carroll as well. Hopefully he bounced back from the injury and still go get him some money and continue his career. But a blow nonetheless.
Yeah, I think the way that the blow is not just in him in terms of his ability to maybe catch the ball out of the backfield and him being able to rest those guys. It's just that there's a gap, right? You're now going to rely on a true freshman, which, again, Trayon Webb, I think, is a quality player, but still missing out on another running back last year and the year before, putting yourself in a position now where you have a running back room of 3, right? And so no matter how you slice it, there's going to be maybe some potential injuries. There's going to be, some times where maybe guys aren't 100% healthy and you're going to rely on having that stable of back. So that's where it hurts. I don't know if on paper it's a huge loss that's super noticeable to rival fan bases, but I do think that when you look at this team, and if you do have an injury, you do have something that comes up, you're just now relying on a sophomore and a freshman, and one junior, one sophomore, one freshman, and really nobody else except for walk-on. So that's where the depth hurts a little bit, trying to be able to get one more guy maybe to spur some of that. But, it is what it is. The Gators have 2 great running backs, and then Trayon Webb, obviously a guy that was recruited heavily out of high school too, and obviously get a lot more playing time now than he was originally going to. Nick, do you think that or Silk, do you think that potentially changes what the Gators might do at the kick return position? And Trevor Etienne is your starting kick returner. So does that maybe change now that you don't have as much depth there?
Yeah, I think, Florida should be fine at running back, but what happens if a guy twists an ankle and is out for 3 weeks? Well, now you're in a bad spot. And you wouldn't have been without Cam, if Cam was still there. So to me, you got a bunch of guys that can run fast and make some people miss. Put somebody else back there to return kicks.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Really no need for ETN. I think we got enough playmakers on campus to be able to put somebody back there and make something happen. And I'm go ahead and cast my vote for Eugene Wilson.
I love it. So right now that running back room, we've talked about it, is Montel Johnson, Trevor Etienne, Trayon Webb, Jacoby Jackson, the Coahoma Community College junior college transfer, Marco Rubio's son, Anthony Rubio, and then Eddie
reps, man.
And then Eddie Battle and Carlson Joseph. Eddie Battle is a transfer from Southeast Missouri State as well that the Gators got a few years ago. So again, not the depth that you would want, but there is still, how many did I just say? there's 7 total names at their running back position. So
we ever
will
start handing
see.
the ball off to Baby Rubio, we in trouble. But until then, I think we all right.
Yeah, I think really 3. I don't know that Jacoby is physically where he needs to be right now, or mentally in the playbook where he needs to be right now. So I think really you're looking at a room with really 3 guys, and then you'd have to figure something out if one of those guys went down.
Yeah. So again, the injury bug bites the Gators depth, not necessarily a starter, but with him and Justus Boone, 2 guys that you don't want to see out. But again, on top of that, we just hope and wish the best of wishes and in recovery to both Cam Carroll and Justus Boone. All right, boys. In other injury news, we've talked about it. He's missed now, I believe, 5 practices. Jack Miller, the Ohio State transfer, shoulder tendinitis right now. So it does look like those that have been clamoring for it, Max Brown is your number 2 quarterback right now, with Micah Leon, the 7th-year transfer from UConn, who sat out football last season. Nick, any update on Jack?
No, I think when you're looking at tendinitis, so they gave Jack a couple of days off, and the shoulder wasn't responding with time off, so they went and they had an MRI done. That just showed, tendinitis, that there wasn't anything structurally wrong. So I think the only thing you can do, not a doctor, only thing you can do for tendinitis is like rest it, maybe get like an injection, like a pain injection, anti-inflammatory. I don't know.
Yeah, get the ones that are approved by the university. Don't go over to GNC now.
Oh, jeez.
Jack can go over to GNC. I kid.
I mean, he'll be fine, and he'll be the backup quarterback when Florida goes to Salt Lake City.